everyone, and welcome to TWF Friday Night Smackdown. I, Mike Lane, with Sarah Shiver and with Wade Barrett. And today on Friday Night Smackdown, we're going to talk about what happened yesterday on Impact or Hit. Yesterday on, well, we kind of forget what happened yesterday on, kind of forget what happened yesterday on Impact or Hit, but it was a good show. I mean, you would think, how do we forget what we did yesterday on, Impact or Hit, though, somehow it was the Evil Queen and Baron Corbin, and they had their match yesterday on Impact or Hit, and that war's still going on, Mike Lane says. I would think so, Sarah Shiver says. The war between the Evil Queen, whatever her name is, and Baron Corbin started maybe this last month, or maybe even sometime before that, and it's still been going on. I could tell you one thing right now, Mike and Sarah. The Evil Queen will get even on Baron Corbin one way or another. Because at the end of the day, Baron Corbin will yield to the Evil Queen. One way or another, that will happen. Well, we'll have to see about that one, Wade Barrett says. Well, we'll have to see about that one, Wade Barrett. Mike Lane says, because the Evil Queen hasn't really gotten a win over Baron Corbin ever since they started this war. So, Baron Corbin, you somehow believe that you got one over the Evil Queen. You think that you won't fall for the same cursed apple or spelled apple that Snow White fell for. Well, Baron Corbin, if I did shift the way I looked, and I did shift the way I spoke, you would not know. And it's true, the tale of Snow White, it's been told over and over again, is a tale of newcomer harm, not to take gifts from folks you don't know. If they're not your kin or not your friends, and you cannot trust them, that something bad may come out of it. Not a cursed apple, to say, or a spelled apple, but something bad. And Baron Corbin, at the end of the day, I looked on my looking glass on my wall, and it said, well, Evil Queen, I said, who is the greatest wrestler of all? And he said, Evil Queen, I am sorry to tell you this, there are many wrestlers, many fighters, or many overstars that one could say is the great. And it need be not you. So I got mad, and I broke it. And if I broke my talking looking glass over all those mind see what I'd do to you. Great for you, Evil Queen. You broke a speaking looking glass. Wow, that was a blow of good galled. Am I supposed to maybe frightened of you because you broke a looking glass that can talk? I'm not frightened of you. You know what? Stop behaving as if I'm frightened of you, because I'm not. I don't care how many looking glasses you break. You can give yourself 7 years bad luck according to folk tales and folklore, and I could care less. It's not my gouge you blow, and I'm not frightened of you. I'm going to have another match with you. And at the end of the day, you're going to learn that I'm not frightened of you, that I am going to beat you, and I'm not going to fall for any of your witchcraft bullshit. Well, alright, Ric Flair says, I didn't quite overhear about the Evil Queen breaking a talking looking glass. Kind of sad, because now you blew all that gouge, and if you get a new looking glass, it's not going to talk to you. But let me tell you how that would go down like. My Evil Queen, today you will have a match against Baron Corbin here today on Friday Night Smackdown. And that comes from the oversight of the main Wicker and Wicker of leadership of the Toy Wrestling Gathering, Ric Flair. Woo! Well, Ric Flair always has to get the last word, doesn't he? Wade Barrett says. Always got to get the last word in. No need if it was AWA, MACW, WCW, WWF, WCW, WFWE, TNA, WWE, or AW. The man always has to get his last word in, doesn't he? Well, that's Ric Flair being Ric Flair, Mike Lane says. He does always got to get the last word in. He's always been a good talker, put it that way. Sarah Shiver said that now the Evil Queen is now going to wish that she wasn't in a match with Baron Corbin, meaning an Evil Queen just knocked down Baron Corbin, who seems to be in a bun right now. The Evil Queen, a body slam on Baron Corbin, Mike Lane says. Yeah, she said that she broke her talking looking glass because it said there were many other wrestlers who could be called the Great or the greatest out there. And since her name wasn't on, since it wasn't her, she couldn't handle it. Hey, Wade Barrett said, that talking looking glass was a lie. All he did was give beliefs and thoughts. Why would she be asking a talking looking glass anything anyway? You know, Wade Barrett says. I don't know, Mike Lane says. I don't know. All I do know is that she's got the upper hand on Baron Corbin with a spin kick, Mike Lane says. I tell you what, Sarah Shiver says, it doesn't look good so far for Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin's down. The Evil Queen just went right into the ring steeple. Baron Corbin just gave her the end of days. He gave her the deep six. This match is over. The Evil Queen is going to lose to Baron Corbin again here today on Friday Night Smackdown. If the Fight Lord can reckon 1, 2, 3, that is, Mike Lane says. Well, looks like Evil Queen's going to lose again, Sarah Shiver says. No, Wade Barrett says, you can't lose. That's shameful. Not to Baron Corbin. 1, 2, 3. Ding, ding, ding. Here, ding, ding, ding. Here is your winner. Here is your winner, Baron Corbin. Well, Baron Corbin has beat the Evil Queen here today on Friday Night Smackdown. And this war between the two prolongs, Mike Lane says. Well, I don't know if you could call it a war between them. I guess a wrong might be the right word to call it. Sarah Shiver says. Wrong, war, whatever you want to call it, Wade Barrett said. That's what it is. And Baron Corbin, the Evil Queen, will beat him one day. And it wasn't today. Well, there's always the next day, you know. You know, it's always the next day. Wade Barrett says. All right, Mike Lane says, you got your belief there, Wade Barrett. All right, take it away now, Michael Cole. Thank you, Mike Lane and Sarah Shiver. I'm going to be talking with Baron Corbin here today on Friday Night Smackdown. All right, Baron Corbin, we know you got a war or a wrong with the Evil Queen, and we saw you beat her here today on Friday Night Smackdown. First off, Michael Cole, the Evil Queen has to talk to a talking looking glass, and all it tells her is that someone else is more beautiful than her, someone else is more skilled than her, someone else is more greater than her, and she can't handle it. She has to come up with goals to slay a girl who didn't do anything wrong to her, Snow White or whatever her true name was. Now that's sad. What's even more sadder is that she started shit with me. And you see, I can always fight back. See, the Evil Queen might be cool enough. She might be all this witchcraft bullshit, spelled apples, curse apples, whatever. That bullshit she did to Snow White, that was sinful, that was evil, that was wicked, that was unlawful. Alright? But that's not going to happen to me. And by her breaking that talking looking glass, that just shows that she can't handle other folks' thoughts or beliefs. Well, she started something with you, Baron Corbin, a war, a wrong, we don't know why. And every time you've been in the ring with her, you have always gotten a win. Are you worried about that one match or that one fight where you will not win? I can't be worried about how many matches I win or how many matches I lose. That was how my whole mindset was when I was in WWE all those years on Raw, Smackdown, NXT, whatever. Worrying about how many matches I won, how many matches I lost, did I win the strap, was I happy, was I a king, was I a main wicker, was I a high wicker, was I a king, was I happy, was I the main wicker of Raw, the highest wicker of Raw, was I the main wicker of Raw, was I the next wrestling god, was I broke? All those selves that I played all those years, the lone wolf, the wolf killer, I was always worried about what match I was going to win, who I was going to lose against. I can't be worried about that. If the Evil Queen beats me, she beats me. But you know what? You can lose one fight, but it doesn't end a war. And the Evil Queen started a war, and I'll be the one that ends it. Well, that's my talk with, Baron Corbin. Back to you, back to you, Mike Lane and Sarah Shiver. Well, thank you, Michael Cole, for talking with Baron Corbin, here today on Friday Night Smackdown. And it is all the time we got here for Friday Night Smackdown. I, Mike Lane, with Sarah Shiver and Wade Barrett, we hope you like Friday Night Smackdown. And we'll see you tomorrow for Collision or Hit.